but it's some sort of exempt list that will allow AB to remove himself or the team to remove him from the active roster, but he will still get some sort of compensation. And I think Antonio probably took that and processed it as they're trying to pay me to go away, and for that my compensation would be the $200,000 or so dollars that he claims that would have given him. So essentially he wouldn't lose all of his salary while he was getting what they would perceive medical attention for what they think he needed for whatever it is that they, and I'm saying they as the team, felt like was getting in the way of him being a participant of the football team and helping them accomplish their goals and winning games. So he interpreted that as sending him to some sort of mental institution so that he can get the necessary help. Some people in these situations become in denial. They put themselves in denial because that's just what it is. They don't think anything is wrong with their behavior and how it just spins out of control all the time. You look up and there's interviews being done, and like you referred to, Jay, an SNL skit. And so the individuals in his camp have to help him understand that it may be best to sometimes step away from football to find out what's really going on. Because he becomes the modern day Dennis Rodman of football, where he's so talented that if you could control whatever it is that makes him act out in a way that people think is strange, you could deal with that and win football games. Because let me tell you, AB could potentially be playing on somebody's field again next season. Don't laugh at it.
But see, I'm not laughing at the talent.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying
I
you
know,
laugh.
I know
I'm
you're
just
talking
saying,
about
I'm just saying
genuine.
for people, don't laugh at that.
But the operative words that you use, and I think it's a common theme that I heard associated in the same breath with Antonio Brown all the time. If you can control, like nobody's able to control AB. Like this is AB. You've seen this type of behavior from him at every stop that he's been at.
But see,
he's played with the greatest coach in football history. He's played with the greatest quarterback in football history. He's played on a team like the Raiders, which is known for having outcasts and things of those sorts, and couldn't. It just feels like he can't.
Well, let me
figure it out.
Let me give you a little bit of a backdrop on those sort of things, though, Jay, so we don't go down a road that we don't cover. When you think about his tenure in Pittsburgh, it was fine until such due time that it became about his money. And his money got in the way when they didn't want to pay him what he felt he deserved based on looking at the quarterback and the quarterback's off-the-field issues in the past and how he was treated.
I get that, yep.
So then you move on to the Raiders. He burned up his feet overseas. He did whatever, cryo chamber, and that didn't work out.
Couldn't make it like the 4 or 5 days to get his really big paycheck, right?
Yeah, couldn't figure that out for 4 or 5 days to get whatever amount of money that was, which was a lot at the time. Then he goes to the New England Patriots, and then the allegations, the misconduct came up, and New England moved on from him. And at the same time, when they moved on from him, the allegations came up about Mr. Kraft. And then that's when he went and attacked Belichick and Tom and Mr. Kraft. Then he sat tight for a little bit. He tried to get on. Baltimore was trying to get in the mix with a young Lamar Jackson, and Baltimore was like, it's too much going on. All these things start popping up. And they said, hold on, we just sit tight. Then Tom says, let me sign with Tampa, put his arms around him. Bruce Arians had him early on in Pittsburgh, didn't like him, didn't really want to play him at the receiver position. He was only a special teamer till Todd Haley came. Then he finally got to Tampa with Tom and them, they put his arms around, he became a model citizen. He lived in with Tom, whatever the case is. Then at some point in time, as it's won the Super Bowl, we get to this year, they re-sign him, they bring him back. Then guess what? The money issue pops up again. So what I'm saying in all of this, it seems like everything points back to when you mess with my money,
100%.
You strike a nerve. And whoever got to deal with him in the future, they must understand the money's going to be an issue.
This is what Key. You just took the words out of my mouth. You want to make sure it goes
Seems
smooth
like I
with
went
AB. You want to know make sure it goes smooth with AB. Very simple. You're not going to get him as cheap as you think. Even if you think you got him cheap at first, you better have money set aside so that toward the end of the season, when he's like, "I need another $5 million," here, AB. And then you'll get, like, you literally have to have a war chest set aside to pay him when he comes knocking. He's going to be cheaper than he should be, but not as cheap as you want. He also was on the I Am Athlete podcast and talked about his future in the NFL, saying he wants to play with Lamar Jackson. Everyone thinks that'd be a great fit in terms of the talent, right? He also tweeted a photo of him himself in a Ravens uniform. He's cousins with Ravens wideout Hollywood Brown. Maybe the Ravens would be a fit. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.